The first 72 hours inside an apartment. When people think about collapse, they always imagine the same images. Streets, looting, fires, crowds running. Chaos is always outside, right? At least that's what we think. But the truth is very different. In the first 72 hours, the most dangerous place is not the streets. It's your apartment. Because when the power goes out, those four walls don't protect you. They test you. Ironic, isn't it? The place you believed was the safest may become the biggest test of your life. And most people fail that test without ever realizing they are being tested. When the power goes out, what do? You press the light switch. Once, twice. Nothing happens. This isn't just your reflex. Millions of people do the exact same thing. During the massive 2003 blackout, when millions lost power, most emergency calls started the same way. The lights don't work. No fires, no injuries, just darkness. But panic started. In the very first minutes, people were trying to understand what was happening. No one moved. Everyone waited. The 2021 Texas blackout followed the same pattern. Millions of homes went dark. For the first 2 hours, everyone said, "It'll come back any minute." As the hours passed, grocery stores emptied. The people who stored water early were the ones with an advantage. The human brain works like this. It worked yesterday, so it should work today. This is called status quo bias. Even when the system changes, the brain keeps waiting for the old normal. In a crisis, that mindset can kill you. Harsh? I know. But it's real. Your apartment falls into a silence you have never experienced before. No hum, no refrigerator buzz, no television noise. Even the ticking of a clock suddenly sounds louder. In a modern home, dozens of devices are always running or waiting. They create constant background noise. You don't notice it, but your brain does. When that noise disappears, the brain enters alarm mode. You hear your breathing, your heartbeat, your footsteps. This is the moment you must not panic. The first thing you do is stop. Sit down. Take a deep breath. Listen. In military training, we call this stop. My instructor drilled this into us on day one. Stop before you run, because if you run first, you'll run in the wrong direction. Stop. Think. Observe. Plan. These four words are the difference between panic and strategy, because the wrong moves made in the first minutes come back to cost you the next 3 days. I've seen the same mistake again and again. The power goes out, and people turn on every flashlight, every candle, every emergency light. The first night, batteries die. The second day, darkness begins. Panic burns resources. Strategy preserves them. When the power goes out, do nothing for the first 5 minutes. Just sit. Listen. Because in the dark, your first warning system isn't your eyes, it's your ears. Then ask yourself one question. How long will this last? If the answer is 1 or 2 hours, stay calm. But if it looks like it will last longer, the protocol begins. Do you know the first mistake people make? They open the refrigerator, not to eat, just to look, to check, to see what I have. Normal. Habit. But listen carefully. Open it once, see what's inside, close it, and don't open it again. Because that cold air is one of your most valuable resources. A refrigerator is not a safe. Without power, it becomes a countdown timer. Food safety experts have a simple rule. When in doubt, throw it out. But in a crisis, people don't throw things away. Resources feel limited, and the brain avoids loss. Here's the protocol. Within the first 6 hours, mentally separate your food. Eat today, first 6 to 12 hours. Opened milk, yogurt, cooked meat, chicken, fish, ready meals, soups, salads. Eat tomorrow, 12 to 24 hours. Unopened milk, cheese, hard vegetables like carrots or cabbage, eggs, butter. High risk after 24 hours. Raw meat, soft cheeses, cream, seafood, anything with mayonnaise. Prioritize what spoils first. Never say, "I'll check later," because later is too late. If you have a thermometer, place it inside the fridge. When the temperature starts rising, cook the food that spoils fastest. Cooked food lasts 2 to 3 times longer. Freezers can last up to 48 hours if kept closed. If it's half empty, add bottles of water. Ice mass slows temperature rise. You turn on the tap. Water flows. You relax. Don't. City water doesn't flow by gravity. It flows by pressure. And pressure requires electricity. When power goes out, water doesn't stop immediately. It lies to you. Maybe 2 hours, maybe 8. Then suddenly, air comes out instead of water. And that's it. Protocol is simple. Store water while it still flows. Every container, bottles, pots, pitchers, thermoses, fill everything. Fill the bathtub too. Yes, the bathtub. It holds 100 to 150 liters. It sounds ridiculous now. It won't after 3 days. Pause for a second. If water stopped right now, how many liters do you have? 10? 5? None? Water protocol. Fill all containers immediately. Fill the bathtub. Separate drinking water. Limit use to 10 liters per person per day. Boil water when possible. 1 minute of boiling kills almost all bacteria. When power goes out, people try to heat the whole apartment. That's a mistake. Heating a large space is like watering a field with a glass. Thermodynamics is clear. Heat flows from warm to cold. Large space equals large loss. The solution is simple. Shrink your living area. Choose one room, an interior room if possible. Away from exterior walls, few windows. Block door gaps with towels. Cover windows with thick curtains or blankets. Insulate the floor with rugs. Dress in layers. Thin layers still trap air. Cover your head. Up to 30% of body heat is lost there. Stay together. The human body produces about 100 watts of heat per hour. 2 people equals 200 watts. 4 people equals 400 watts. But in a large space, that heat disappears. Cold doesn't kill instantly. It exhausts you. It clouds judgment. It accelerates bad decisions. Harvard studies show that when body temperature drops below 36 degrees Celsius, decision-making declines by 20 to 30%. Reaction time slows. Risk-taking increases. Stay warm. Think clearly. Survive. Simple. The light problem. Darkness is uncomfortable. I know. So you turn on lights. You leave flashlights running. Stop. Light isn't comfort. It's time. A standard battery lasts 8 to 12 hours with LED, only 2 to 3 hours with older flashlights. Most people don't know this and burn all their batteries the first night. Light management protocol. Use a LED headlamp, hands-free. If you use candles, place them in metal containers. Let your eyes adapt to darkness, 15 to 20 minutes. Don't leave lights on. Light your steps only. Aim light at the ceiling for reflection. Remember this, every battery you have is an hour you may need later. And light doesn't just show inside, it shows outside too. The silence-trapped night falls. The city goes quiet. People relax. You shouldn't. Because silence is when observation begins. People stop talking. They listen. Who has lights? Who's moving? Who's prepared? Your rules. Prevent light leakage at night. Close curtains. Avoid windows. Keep noise to a minimum. Don't open balcony doors. Don't attract attention, because in silence, others are watching. And at that moment, the only thing keeping you alive is not being noticed. Apartment walls carry sound. Normally, noise blends together. Without power, everything is audible. That's why in the first days, don't move toward people. Observe them. Social isolation isn't hostility, it's strategy. Be friendly, keep distance, talk, don't reveal, listen, don't explain, appear like you need nothing, never imply preparation, hide your resources. In a crisis, helpfulness can become exposure. This doesn't mean help no one. It means secure yourself first, then help selectively. Choose who you survive with through observation, not panic. A crisis doesn't build teams. It reveals who doesn't belong on one. The best teams are formed before the crisis arrives. The art of invisibility. In crisis, no one talks, everyone watches. The key to survival is simple. Don't be interesting, don't show preparation, don't display strength, don't act differently. Stay quiet without showing fear. People watch their neighbors. Who turns on lights? Who goes outside? Who looks comfortable? By day 3, that information becomes a weapon. Because after day 3, some people stop asking for help. They start taking it. Home security. This is the most critical part. Home security isn't about weapons, it's about time. Time is the most valuable currency in a crisis. Your goal is simple. If someone comes, they can't get in quickly. According to the FBI, most home burglaries last 8 to 12 minutes, but 60% of intruders give up at the first obstacle. Add friction, most will move on. Front door, push heavy furniture behind it. Hang metal objects on the handle for noise, wedge the door frame. Windows, secure handles, block behind curtains, never leave open at night. Balcony, place a wooden bar in sliding doors, lock from inside. This isn't an alarm system, but it warns you. And warning equals preparation. The most important rule, security must be invisible. Never signal, this place has something valuable. Real security is internal, quiet, unseen. The waiting trap. Most people wait in a crisis for power, for help, for instructions. Survivors don't wait. I've said this before. You can't survive alone, but that doesn't mean you can survive with everyone. Survivors act early. They store water. They organize energy. They lock position while it's quiet. Waiting isn't responsibility. It's surrender. Survivors make one decision before crisis hits. No one is coming to save me. I save myself. That isn't cruelty. It's reality. Real security. A home isn't security. Preparation is. Survivors aren't stronger or braver. They notice earlier. And they understand one thing. Collapse doesn't reward courage. It rewards timing and preparation. The first 72 hours aren't a test. They're a selection process. You can have 10 water containers. Open the fridge in the first hour, and they won't matter. You can have 5 flashlights. Use them all the first night, and the second night is darkness. Real security isn't about how much you have. It's about how you manage it. So ask yourself, how many of these steps can you apply? How ready are you? 0 protocol. Preparation is silent. Collapse is loud. Stay ready. Stay alive.